Hey friends, this is Mandy from Mandolin Farm, and this is a channel where I talk about both about homesteading and homemaking interchangeably depending on the day. So today I'm going to talk a little bit more about homesteading. So today our topic is how to not fail while homesteading, guys. How to not fail. As we've been on this journey, we have seen people come and go. There have been people that have completely just given up because it's just not what they expected. So here are just a few tips that I have just learned as we've gone through this journey. So tip number one to not fail is start small. When I did my last video, how to homestead on the cheap, that was another tip. That was the same tip, start small. It just it's just a smarter way to start homesteading is small. Don't do it all the first year. Start small, guys. Start with a smaller garden. Start with less animals. Just start small. You will not regret starting small. It's just going to be less overwhelming. It's going to help you learn as you go. So start small, and as you feel like you can grow that, then you will start expanding your garden. Maybe you can figure out what animals you like and you can start expanding that. Just start small. That is tip number one. Tip number two, prioritize your basic needs first, guys. I can't stress this enough. Make sure you have the right shelters in place for your animals. What do you need before getting chickens? A chicken coop. Do that first. What do you need before getting goats? You need some sort of shelter for them. Do that first. Figure out what you need for your animals before you get them. Figure out what you need for your garden before you start it. Make just make it a priority to make sure you have things set in place in the right order. Do you have water for your family? Do you have some sort of good shelter for your own family before you start getting animals, before you start getting all these things? Like, are you guys set up? Is your family in a good place on that homestead? Make sure you have your priorities in order. Um, Later on, you'll be scrambling to try to get all the pieces together. And it might be in the middle of winter. It might be in a place where you're like, oh no, we need this. Like, make sure you have those things in place first before you need it, because it's going to be a lot harder later to get everything set up. So prioritize, make sure you have your shelters in place and what you need in place before you actually do the things. Number three, make sure you have perseverance and flexibility. That's really going to be key to success on your homestead and just being able to just like keep going. There's going to be challenges that come up that you did not see coming. There's going to be things that change as you go along, and you're going to have to be flexible and move with it. So learn to be flexible and learn to persevere, because challenges will come and you will have to persevere. Number four, don't forget to build a strong community. Don't just go out there on your homestead, be all alone, and forget about everyone else, because we are here to be a community. We are here to help each other out. We are here, it's what we're made for. No matter how much of a hermit you are, it's important that you build community. There's going to be a time where you're going to need something and you're going to want those people there to help. You're going to want to be able to do maybe some trades in the future. Maybe you're going to have some honey and they're going to have some vegetables and or something. You know, you're going to have a milk cow and they're going to have some honey, and you want to do some trading. It's just going to be nice to have that community. It's so nice to have community. Find your people. Find your people, whether it is in person, which is best. There's always going to be other homesteaders that to connect with, and it's great to find those people around you that you can connect with. Also, though, you can find people online. You can find your people online in groups, even on Instagram. Like on Instagram, you may find other homesteaders that are doing something, you know, that you want to learn about, and you can learn from them. Find people to learn from, find people to connect with, people that are kind of in the same journey as you, and you won't feel so alone. You won't feel like you're like giving up, because there's other people cheering you on, helping you, and just really doing this with you. And so no matter what, um, like those four things are super important to starting your homestead and to not fail. So what are the things? Number one, start small. Number two, prioritize your basic needs first. Number three, persevere, have perseverance and flexibility in your life. And number four, find your people, find your community that will help you through this. So, anyways, those are my 4 tips. And if you want to hear more tips, I have a few more. Go to the blog post for this week and you can read more there. So I will definitely put that in the description below. And thanks for listening. Happy homesteading.